WWE Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg is a free agent. This according to FightfulSelect.com, Sean Ross Sapp Company, with the reporting here that Bill Goldberg is no longer under contract with WWE. And we've got a whole lot to talk about here. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. So, as I said earlier, Bill Goldberg, former Hall of Famer, former world champion, one of the biggest names in the past 25 years in professional wrestling, now a free agent. And it does open the door a little bit, you would think at least, for a little bit of maybe all eliteness. I don't know. But again, I'll get to that part in just a bit. Here's what we know now. Bill Goldberg does not have a contract with WWE. There were previous reports that said that Bill Goldberg had wrestled his final contractually obligated match for the company just a few months ago. And now we have come to find out that that was in fact true. So he's gone from WWE. Does this mean that the door to WWE is closed? Obviously not. This is the same Bill Goldberg, by the way, who wrestled in 2004, left the company on bad terms, came back like 13 years later, and then ended up winning the world championship. So never say never in the world of professional wrestling, and never say never to Bill Goldberg making a return to WWE. That is very much in the cards. Another thing that you would think, again, at least, could be in the cards, at least right now, is Bill Goldberg potentially going to AEW. It's something that AEW fans have pontificated about, have fantasy booked in some respects about for a little bit. Granted, he's not that great of a wrestler anymore, and this is a company that leans on its wrestling, that really leans into its wrestling and leans into to high work rate and all that kind of stuff, right? So you would think that, hey, maybe Bill Goldberg isn't the best guy for this. However, the positives are he's a big name. You probably only get him for one or two matches anyway. And if you did get him for that one match, it could have a very positive effect on business. Because, like it or not, there are going to be some people who just tune in just to see what would happen. That's the reality. There would be people who, if you book a pay-per-view match between Goldberg and MJF, or Goldberg and another big hoss like Miro, or Goldberg and Powerhouse Will Hobbs, or Wardlow even. Wardlow would be a perfect guy for Goldberg to wrestle, because it would be one of those 5-minute routes where each guy just hits their move, goes full speed for 5 minutes straight, and they have an awesome action-packed, match. But is it likely that this would happen? You wouldn't really think so. Number one, the biggest reason why this wouldn't happen is because of the money. I don't believe that AEW is going to shell out enough money to get Bill Goldberg. That doesn't mean that they don't have enough money to get Bill Goldberg. We know that Tony Khan's pockets are very, very much blessed from the Lord above. However, I don't think that this is the guy that he would go out there and splurge on. If there was a Brock Lesnar who was a free agent, if Brock Lesnar was a free agent, you know damn well Tony Khan would put all the money on the table. I don't know whether Brock would come. I don't know whether Goldberg would even come, considering some of the loyalties that he's espoused for WWE. Then again, Goldberg has stated many times, he is a businessman. And at the end of the day, he views professional wrestling as a business. And he takes all these wrestling decisions as business decisions. So, given that, I don't think it closes the door completely. I think there is an opening for Goldberg to come in. It's just a matter of money, because that's what it's always been about with Bill Goldberg. It's been about money, and people view that as exclusively a bad thing. I don't. This is a business at the end of the day. People literally throw themselves at the ground for a living. You're going to want to get your bag whenever and wherever you can. And that's the reality of professional wrestling. I think a lot of fans need to come to accept it. Now, all this being said, if I'm going to fantasy book the match, I said it would be Wardlow in AEW. If I'm going to fantasy book a program, I think a program with MJF for the world title. That would be the biggest thing you could do. Wardlow would probably be the best thing you could do, but the biggest thing that would bring in the most eyeballs is him wrestling for the championship. Why do you think WWE has done it so many times? Like, we can fault WWE for doing it as many times as they have because the past few times it hasn't worked out and there've been pretty crappy matches. But at the same time, Goldberg is a guy who's going to draw those eyeballs. So, and even there's going to be a lot of, trust me, there's going to be a lot of WWE fans hate watching that if he does end up coming to AEW. But this is, notable news in professional wrestling. That's why I wanted to discuss it with you. Guys, let me know what you guys think about this whole thing. Goldberg being a free agent. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Be sure, there we go. Be sure to drop who you think is going to be next in the comment section as well. And smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released.